What do you do when your whole world turns out to be an illusion, and then you step into another world where your country is led by a man baby?
So, what's been going on with you ladies since the election?
Well, it's taken some time to work our way out of a place that some would equate with despair. I hope you don't mind me saying, but I think it's been a little bit harder for Wanda, maybe, than it was for me. For me, it felt a little bit like a nuclear holocaust in my heart.
I would say it was like, for me, it was a nuclear holocaust in my heart and my uterus and behind my third eye.
All at
So
the
it was
same
like
time.
3 times as much as it was for her. But then again, I'm not really into measuring, so
Wanda doesn't do math, so.
You know, the post-election realization that we were now the parents of Donald Trump's inner infant for at least the next, well, I don't even want to, time is an illusion.
We're really trying multiple paths to healing. Every path that we could think of.
I heard you have relocated to a goat farm.
But it's actually a sanctuary.
It's a sanctuary.
Yeah.
It's a place of healing. A farm is where animals are slaughtered, and a sanctuary is where you go to find yourself.
What we're interested in doing is recreating that beautiful moment when Quasimodo is swinging on the bells and saying, "Sanctuary!" And it's like, that is when your heart opens up.
That's when it opens.
In those multiple incarnations of that story. And that is what we're creating for these animals here right now.
We thought this was temporary.
There was the Moses in the basket. There was a plan.
There was a plan in action. Well, it was the basket down the river, but it was also the helium balloons on the mountaintop.
We were divided on that.
We were going to try both.
Being on the goat sanctuary, we've had the opportunity to engage and create, really, develop our own process that we are calling goat yoga.
Goat yoga.
It's a magical process, and we're going to take you through some of that.
Yeah. Goats are yoga. And
coexisting of states, goat state and yoga
is there
state.
any animal more yoga than a goat? No.
And what we're doing is working alongside them. They are our backdrop, but they are also an energy exchange.
They're like a mirror. So if you project your creative energy into and around a goat, the goat returns it to you. In that experience, in the exchange, we find yoga for ourselves.
It's beautiful. Look, Serafina, it's you. Right here.
this is Seraphina's first time seeing herself embodied as art, it can be a spiritual experience.
And then the second thing I would say that we've been doing is just pouring ourselves into our music career, which is, you know, it's like kickstart.
Absolutely.
This is the kickstart.
We're just being real free with our songs, with our ideas. We're making spontaneous noises. We just burst into song all the time, like Wanda and rising like the sun, girl, Wanda and.
And then I would say personally for me, this has been a renaissance of fashion. I have been long desirous of exploring what some call the steampunk tradition, which has been in existence since at least the 19th century.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, people who are dressing this way in the city are doing it because they want attention. This, what I'm doing here, this is all about me. So I don't want that. I don't want those eyes on me. I want to be me in this incarnation of me freely, where nobody is watching in the forest except for the camera, and then hopefully if we go viral on YouTube, everybody in the world would see it, but that's not the same as living in the city as a steampunk.
Some days it feels like we're deep within the process of healing, and some days it feels like we're just kind of surviving.
To be honest, and I mean, it's all about honesty at this point. Some days I measure whether or not I'm having a good day based on how many times my octopus ring gets stuck in my sweater. You know, if it's a 1 to 3 day,
That's like a great day.
It's a good day.
Here.
If it's 5 or more, it gets tough.
I feel like I'm here in the present moment. Mosquitoes. The goats really help wake us up and bring us into the now. Baby Donald and I have started doing an hour of meditation together every morning.
No, this is not to eat. This is
You know, Wanda's been taking the time to really work through some of her anger, which has been,
when I'm here and I'm meditating with each axe stroke on Kellyanne Conway, Sean Spicer, deep state propaganda, Muslim ban. It's the therapy that this imparts to me is better than paying whatever copay I would pay if I had insurance.
which we don't.
And we will never have because,
Pre-existing conditions.
right. Eric, Donald Jr., Barron.
It's funny you'd get stuck on him.
I know, this is like a tarot.
Tiffany! Oh,
that came
Jesus,
out
Wanda.
easily
Yeah.
because
Bannon! Would you say that axe work has been part of your healing?
Definitely. I mean, my next thing is that I'm going to get into is the ninja throwing stars, which we've talked about. If I could have one thing for my birthday treat, it would be the 5-star set from Weimar. But yeah, the chopping, anything with a blade, I found that even though I have issues where I don't have a lot of like good hand-eye coordination, what this is doing is helping fortify that weakness in me. You know, a ninja sword would be something I think I could handle
Right.
really well. I would really love to work with a machete.
Right.
I would love to work with, like a small guillotine, like recreation.
Mm-hmm.
That's a historical thing. Hooking back into our past and our roots.
Right.
Right now, at this time, with the country being the way it is going to be especially important.
Mm-hmm.
You look so natural with the animals, Wanda.
I feel like I've learned to be at home with all of this. So growth.
We're all on a journey together, and when you tend goats, it becomes even more evident.
They're so hungry. I have so much hay in my boots right now, I can't even begin to tell you. Oh, gosh. Okay. Oh, itchy.
Stardust really wanted to play a role in this time of transition and transformation, and so I went ahead, despite the warnings of Wanda Ann, and got a little saddle for her. Oh, that's really good. Stardust? As it turns out, there's not really a certification process for becoming a goat yoga instructor. And so just a little bit of research has helped me really wrap my mind and heart around the essence of goat yoga. Purple Vegan Goat Goddess is one of the leaders in the field. She's just so good. I would love to meet this woman.
Lifting up, bending the elbows, crunching the hips, and ready? Big inhale.
Manifesting a goat sanctuary is hard. It comes with all kinds of unforeseen challenges. Wanda is quick to point out those challenges.
Oh my God, look at that.
What?
Who did that?
That is
Well,
a
you're
lot.
mucking tonight. It's not my night. So.
Anastasia, was that you?
But ultimately, life is messy. Goats are messy. And sometimes you just step in a big steaming pile and you have to move forward. That is how life works.
You know what? Now we work here, so this is what it's about. And you got to be present with your current reality and committed. So
Cleansing is a big part of the grieving process, and we've gone through a lot of sage in the last 6 months.
it's not about smudging the goats so much because their essence is already perfect. It's really about smudging the environment that they create, which is, let's face it, it leaves something to be desired.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I smudge my own toilet like 4 times a day, 5 if I can.
Nibbling, Tim! He just bit my bottom. I'm sorry.
Nibbling Tim is really teaching us how to erect these boundaries and then be responsible for them in every moment.
Nibbling, Tim, please don't chew my jacket. I'm going to establish a boundary with you now. Nibbling, Tim, I said no. Nibbling, Tim, please don't chew the bell rope. Nibbling, Tim, I push you back. I tell you no.
Sniff, baby. Sniff the baby.
trying to get into the flow, ride this wave of healing as far as it'll take us. What are you thinking about, Wanda?
Just thinking about the steampunks.
Oh, say does that star